Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be featuring a team that I took from Home Slice Henry, which is featuring Galarian Linoon with Dig that was recently buffed, pairing it up with Cresselia with Grass Knot and Moonblast, and as well with Shadow Gligar, which I think is the best Pokemon in the meta. So let's go ahead and get started. Overall, I went 16 and 9 with 4 positive sets, 1 negative one. I faced like some really great competition. So we're going to be walking through 2 sets here. And as well, if you want to check out all the battles, they are on twitch.tv. So picking up a good lead here. This is not like the best lead because non-stab dig is like certainly not as good as return. You can see that the return is going to do quite a bit of damage. And they do take me out. I should be able to win the 0 though pretty comfortably. If they decide to shield, it's not too big a deal for me. And the foul play will be able to take me out. All right, and then we're going to come into Gligar. I do lose CMP to Sableye generally. Well, I think always. So I'm going to shield and farm down. And they come into Registeel, which works out perfectly for me. I'm not too fussed here. I do land the dig, which does super effective damage. And I'm going to look to land another dig to take out this Registeel. But likely they will shield. They will end up shielding. I'm going to let this go. And they just got to the move here. So they do throw the Focus Blast. I am going to count to 7, which is one past the dig that I'm going to throw here. And then I'm going to take out this Registeel. And let's see what they're doing here. I'm going to decide to switch here. And then here comes, obviously not a great situation for me. I think I actually end up losing this game. I throw the Moonblast here. I want to make sure that they don't catch, but then they end up, I actually end up getting the Moonblast debuff here, but I'm not going to be able to take out this Sand Slash. They make a really nice play here. I should have chose not to throw the Moonblast here, because if they catch, I could have farmed down the I wouldn't have been able to survive though. Maybe I could farm down with Gligar, but I really needed to connect with that Moonblast in order to win this game here. If I connect with that Moonblast, then maybe I can win there. But that's all right. It's going to be too difficult of a situation there. Or if I throw the Grass Knot and then the Air Lace is enough there. So would have been tough though, to be honest. And I didn't end up surviving the fast moves anyway. So we're going to go into this next game here, which is going to be Galarian Linoon into Gligar. So generally how I like to play this matchup is throw the Body Slam, then go into Cresselia, just in case they have a Lowland Sand Slash or something that core breaks the back line. They end up throwing the Aerial Ace here because they were only at, yeah. They end up throwing the Aerial Ace here because they're only at 6. And they come into Registeel, so that actually worked out okay for me. And throw the Moonblast in the sense that they need 2 moves to KO. I guess like they could try to lock on down. It would be an aggressive lock on down even with the Zap Cannon. I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to look to bank a move. Bank a move before switching. And I switch out into Gligar, so I bank the Moonblast, switch out. I'm not going to shield this. And then we'll see what the opponent is going to do. I do, and unfortunately get attack debuffed. And they come into a Zoom Roll. And this is not a pleasant situation for me. I'm going to keep farming here. Gligar has to endure. I'm going to try to throw a good timing. And I'm going to throw another dig. Dig is more energy efficient than Aerial Ace. And we'll see if I can make it to an Aerial Ace here. That would be really clutch for me because that would put them into, for sure, Grass Knot range. And I throw the Grass Knot. And I let this go. Actually, I think I'm losing this game here. A shield. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit too difficult of a... Maybe I should have thrown here on CMP. I was hoping to snarl down. I end up no shielding here. I needed to throw the snarl there, or throw the body slam. Unfortunately, I throw on a alignment here, but I was already at 100. So I need to farm down this Gligar, which is not going to be enough here. Yeah, not going to be enough. If I blind throw there, maybe, and I don't let them sneak, then maybe I have a chance there. But we end up losing the first two games of this set, and so I end up winning the next few here. So we're going to face a very similar lead, or the exact same lead. So I'm going to play out exactly the same. Going to throw the body slam, a little bit of lag there, but that's quite all right. And then I'm going to switch out into Cresselia. And they come into Lickitung. Even though this is a negative matchup, it's still pretty okay because these charge moves still apply quite a bit of pressure. And Cresselia is very tanky. And let this go. I'm going to throw the Moonblast at them, hoping for the debuff, which is only a 10% chance. And then 2 Moonblasts in Grass Knot is enough to take out the Lickitung with all the Psycho Cut damage. So I'm going to let this go. I believe I farm up just a little bit here. Oh no, actually I just throw right away. And we'll see what the opponent wants to do. And they come into Alolan Sandstone. I can't afford the farm down. Otherwise, it would be too much. I end up letting this go. They throw the Ice Punch. A little bit of lag there. Or weird visual, but that's fine. I'm going to go for the dig. Going to go for the KO. I shield. This actually was a really good game at the end. And they come into Gligar. I'm going to let this go. Body Slam doesn't KO anyways. And then I'm going to come into my own Gligar. I have to make a catch somewhere. So I keep farming here. And then I switch and make the catch. But this opponent makes a really nice play by undercharging. And they will be able to farm me down. I'm going to let the first Aerial Ace go. But I know they're going to reach another one. I have to go for the farm now. I don't really have a choice here. Because I need the energy. I have to shield this. And then the Sand Slash doesn't have a move. I'm actually not sure I made a mistake here. I did go for the bait. But maybe I could have went straight. I ended up winning this game anyway. So I throw the dig and I'm going to be able to farm down the opposing Gligar. Just barely win this game despite a really tough situation there. I'm surprised they didn't come Alolan Sandslash into my Cresselia. Because it's certainly a harder answer. I disconnect my Pokemon Go Plus because I was lagging quite a bit, likely because of it. So I face another Gligar. As you can see, Gligars are super popular right now. I'm gonna throw the Body Slam at the Gligar, and I'm gonna switch out into Cresselia. And then let's see what the opponent wants to do. I'm gonna let this go. Likely they're gonna throw a dig. Oh, they actually throw the Night Slash here. I'm gonna let this go. Night Slash is super effective, but it's not that strong of a move. I think Aerial Ace, well, I guess depends on what their team is. I throw, make sure that they don't catch. So as you can see, I do 3 Psycho Cuts, wait for the wing attack, then throw the Moonblast. And I'm going to let this go. I throw the Moonblast. Honestly, I probably should throw the Grass Knot. The Grass Knot wouldn't KO, but I'd be able to Psycho Cut down afterwards. And this Cresselia actually makes it to another Grass Knot. I trade this for this Cresselia in Taiwan. So it's a rank 74 Cresselia, as you can see here, super clutch. And they come into Hawlucha. And this game's over here. I throw on CMP. I probably shouldn't have, to be honest. I knew that they were going to get to the moves at the same time and I'd lose CMP. But I just want to take out this Hawlucha. Take it out. and we will see what's in the back. It's going to be a Jellicent, and this is definitely game over here. The surfs do quite a bit of damage, but I'm going to be able to survive 2 surfs pretty easily, and the hexes are triple resisted, so there's not really too much that can be done here. So you can see how much the dig does. Not very much, but I'm doing super effective snarls. I reach another dig, and it doesn't quite take out the Jellicent, but doesn't really matter here. They throw the surf, and I forget what I do here. I no shield here, and we attack down. And I'm going to be able to take out the Jellicent. Very nicely done there. All right, we're going to get into this next match, which is going to be Lanoon into Gorgeous. Awkward matchup because I don't have Gunk Shot. So I'm going to farm up quite a bit. They end up throwing the Seed Bomb. Does a pretty decent chunk. Galarian Lanoon, definitely not the tankiest Pokemon. And they come into Lantern. Do they know that I have Dig? Do they know? They either did know and didn't care, but now I'm going to be able to throw one Grass Knot and take it out. I am going to farm quite a bit here because I want to have some energy for the Gorgeous. So you can throw. They throw the Thunderbolt. I'm going to throw the Grass Knot. I'm going to be able to easily outpace to get to double, and they let it go. And I'm going to do 4, then throw. And they're going to pretty aggressively farm here. But I'm in a pretty good spot and actually reach another Moonblast here, which is really nice for me. Doesn't quite KO. We'll put them into the red. Oh, actually, not even to the red. The next cycle, I end up putting them into the red. So I'm going to let this go. Likely going to be a Seed Bomb. I'm pretty good into Gorgeous. So we're going to see what's in the back. Ends up being a Whimsicott, and the opponent decides to top left because they realize there's no realistic win con for them at that stage. So despite losing the first 2 games and showing that in this video, I end up winning the next 3 and winning quite comfortably. Okay, this is where I want to see it again, but this is very bait dependent. Not very bait dependent, I should say. They come into Metacham, and I actually thought, I'm like, okay, this might be Azu in the back. So you can see I make a call here. I'm going to throw the Moonblast. I'm going to take another move from this Metacham. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to make sure I double up on the Grass Knot before throwing it. And then I'm going to take it out, and then I'm going to look to immediately swap and throw the Dig to bait out the Azumarill. And they wait the clock here, so I'm going to switch right away because I need to save this move, and I throw the Dig at this Alolan Sandslash. We'll see if they shield. They do end up shielding. I'm gonna let this go because I figure it's gonna be an Azumarill. So I let it go, and it is Azumarill. So that was a really clutch call on my side. And I said this on the stream. So I'm gonna throw another Body Slam. They are gonna look to farm me all the way down, but I should be able to reach another Body Slam, which is really, really clutch for me. Super spammy. And I'm going to throw the Grass Knot. I'm not going to shield Cresselia. They end up shielding here. So this is a very straightforward game for me at the end. And they throw the Ice Beam, and they actually switch it into Sandslash. And feeling pretty decent here. I'm going to shield. Going to look to land this Dig to take out the Sandslash. And the opponent decides to leave, realizing there's not a realistic win con for them at that stage. So really, me making the team read there was really important. Obviously, if I knew that they were running that team, then I would switch Gligar into the Metacham. And I would be able to control switch. They come in Pelipper. Okay. This is an okay matchup. Pelipper is able to 2-shot here. I end up not throwing right away, because they end up throwing the Weather Ball right away, which allows me to sneak a Snarl through. Or not really sneak a Snarl through, but get 1 extra turn than I would otherwise. I throw the Body Slam. and I throw another body slam. So because of the way they threw, it allowed me to outpace this Pelipper. Otherwise, I would have lost. And they come into Galarian Stunfisk. I make a mistake here, but I thought it might have been Registeel, so you're going to see how I decide to play it. I throw the dig. Unfortunately, I need 2 moves to KO here. And I'm going to throw the Rock Slide. I meant to throw on CP, but I mistimed it. And as you can see, a little bit of visual lag there, which contribute to there. Okay, I'm gonna throw on throw the air laser. Sorry, my wife locked in the dog there and is panicking, so I decided to let him out. I'm gonna switch here to catch the weather ball. And I was if it was gonna be Registeel here, it's still gonna be pretty tough. It ends up being a Jellicent, so I'm gonna do 7, then throw. And I throw the Grass Knot. And I'm going to let this go despite them having enough energy for the Shadow Ball. And they throw the Surf. And I get to the Grass Knot. And very interesting, they actually decide to throw the Shadow Ball here. The Surf wouldn't have KO, but they would have been able to Hex down afterwards. So that actually worked out pretty nicely for me. And I'm going to be able to get to the dig. Probably would have been a CMP tie here, to be honest, if they would have thrown the move. And then I'm going to switch here, throw the air release. Unfortunately, the air release is not enough to KO. But I'm going to be able to wing attack down and take them out. So, and as well, funny enough, despite my dog panicking, it was locked in the room with me. Now my dog is right beside me. So while I'm recording this video, so I don't know, dog having FOMO. So okay, this is not a great lead for me. I'm gonna be able to outpace to the body slam, but the Exeter is definitely gonna be able to one-shot me, especially with the buff and it being Shadow and Beedrill being really high attack. So I'm just gonna take the shield advantage. The opponent farms up the appropriate amount. There's no point in me shielding this. Well, I guess I would be able to throw the body slam, but I choose not to throw. I got my advantage, and I'm gonna let this go because every move is resisted here. They actually choose to throw the drill run, which I think is less energy efficient, and they come into Steelix here, and I'm gonna throw the dig. I need to land a dig, but they're gonna be able to debuff me. So this is still a very awkward situation here. I shield. I'm going to do 1 wing attack and then throw the dig and then look to switch to Cresselia. They're going to be able to outpace me to the move. So I switch and I know they're going to be able to beat me to the move. So I let this go. Maybe I could have farmed up a little bit here. But yeah, I could have farmed a little bit more there, but that's okay. I am debuffed here. The Beedrill is actually much healthier than I remembered. So I'm going to shield this because the Exeter would do quite a bit of damage. It basically got like 50% more damage, and they come into Sudowoodo here. And it's actually a counter Sudowoodo. So I'm going to look to take out this Sudowoodo, throw the Grass Knot, and then I'm going to switch out to Gligar, and I'm going to be able to fast move down this Beedrill. All right. Is that the last battle I want to show here? Maybe one more. Yeah, one more. One more. Why not? Why not? All right, so we're going to have Galarian Linoon into another Shadow Gligar. So again, we're going to play it exactly the same. We're going to throw the body slam, and then I'm going to look to switch out into Cresselia. And then look to take whatever damage. I actually think this was a really good game here. I could have thrown the Grass Knot sooner. Yeah, I could have thrown the Grass Knot sooner, but that's quite all right. And I'm going to throw another Grass Knot at them. They don't throw the dig. They did have the dig, but the dig wouldn't KO. So it's actually a smart play not to throw the dig. If you know you're going to shield, they should have farmed up a little bit more here and come with a little bit more energy. But I'm going to knock his shield, and Cresselia just barely survives. They're going to be able to make it to an aerialist. That's quite all right, though. And they actually probably could have made it to the dig if they remembered how much energy my Galarian Linoon had. And I'm going to throw the Body Slam right away. And I'm going to be able to win CMP and take out this Gligar. And then I immediately swap here because I thought they were going to have a Medicham. And they actually have an Azumarill here, and they switch out into the Lantern. So I need to make sure I manage the energy appropriately. So they're over farming at this point in time. I need to come out with as much energy as possible. I do have 2 shields. And an aerialist should be enough to take them out. I have to shield this. And then I'm going to do 2 more and then throw on CMP. So despite them over farming there, I was able to manage the energy appropriately. And this Azumarill is in huge trouble. These boosted digs are going to be super clutch here. Going to throw the dig. Going to reach another dig. And with this appropriate energy management, it allowed me to get as much energy as possible off the sparks. And I'm going to switch here. You know, honestly, I probably could have no-shielded and wing attack down, but the thing is, they're going to have to throw another move at this Galarian Linoon anyways. I ended up snarling down the Azumarill and winning the game, so coming out super clutch. So certainly this team had some challenges, but this team was super strong. Don't forget to check out Home Slice Henry's original video. If you like, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.